Hope you all are good in this pandemic situation. Stay at home as much as possible. Today I am going to discuss a topic that is learning. Few questions arises like what is learning? Is there any difference between learning and maturation? What are the types of it? First, what is learning? Learning occupies a very important place in our life. Most of what we do or do not do is influenced by what we learn and how we learn it. Learning therefore provides a key to the structure of our personality and behavior. So, learning is defined as a process which brings relatively permanent changes in the behavior of learner through experiences or practices. Next, difference between maturation and learning. Maturation is a developmental process within which a person from time to time manifests different traits that blueprints of which have been carried in his cells from the time of his conception. The resultants of behavior, thus on account of the process of maturation, does not fall in the category of acquired or learned behavior. However, maturation is closely linked with the result of learning and with the process of development. Before certain kinds of learning may take place, one has to have achieved a certain level of maturation. For example, a 6-month-old boy cannot learn how to control a bowl's movement because neither his brain or his body is mature enough to do so. Similarly, a child cannot learn certain speech pattern before a certain degree of maturation has occurred. Next, the types of learning. Learning defined as a process of bringing about relatively permanent changes in the behavior of an organism, which we already know, may be classified into a number of categories depending upon the domain or specific area of the behavior in which changes are introduced, or in the terms of the methods or techniques that are employed for the introduction of behavioral changes. If we follow the former criterion, learning can be classified as verbal learning. Verbal learning is this type of learning which helps in the acquisition of verbal behavior. The language we can speak, the communication devices we use are the result of such learning. Motor learning. The learning of all types of motor skills may be included in these types of learning. Learning swimming, riding a horse, driving a car, flying a plane, playing the piano, hitting a moving target, drawing a geometrical design, performing experiments and handling various instruments are examples of such learning. Next is concept learning. A concept in this form of a mental image does not a generalized idea about things, persons or events. For example, our concept of tree is a mental image that throws up the similarities or common properties of all the different trees we know. We will call a thing tree when it has some specific characteristics, the image of which we have already acquired in our mind on account of our previous experience, perception, or exercise of imagination. Problem solving. In the hierarchical order of learning and acquisition of behavior, problem solving learning denotes a higher type of learning. This learning requires the use of the cognitive abilities like reasoning, thinking, the power of observation, discrimination, realization, imagination, etc. Next, serial learning. Serial learning is a learning situation in which the learner is presented with learning material which exhibits some sequential or serial order. Children encounter it often in the school where they are expected to master lists of materials such as alphabets, multiplication table, the name of all the states in the country, the names of the presidents or prime minister in order, etc. Paired association or paired associate learning. In this learning takes presented in such a way that they may be learned by reason of the association. The name of a village like Kishanpur is remembered on the account of its association with the name of Lord Krishna. Ganga, a girl's name, may become easy to remember in a paired association with the river Ganges. In the next video, I will discuss the outcome of learning and the factors affecting learning. If you have any queries on this topic, today's topic, drop your comment in the comment section. Thank you.